Colin's older brother. You can tell us apart because I'm the handsome one. Um, when Colin asked me to be his best man, I was deeply honored and also happy that I achieved one of my life goals, which was my first big speech not being in front of a parole board. You laugh because it's true. I know Jackie was nervous about my speech. Probably because even though I look like a 24-year-old GQ model, I have the sense of humor of a 16-year-old Beavis and Butthead. I'll promise to do my best not to be too bad. So a little bit about Colin. When Colin was born, I was very protective. Then he got older and started talking. That's when things began to change. We fought constantly as kids, but also so did me and my big sister, so I'm not sure if that's just a sibling thing or if I'm just a dick. Probably a little of both. I had written most of my speech. I left it at home, so I tried to write this from memory and only got so far. When we were younger, I used to babysit Colin. I had anger issues when I was younger, and like a dutiful younger brother, he was enthusiastic about his duty to push my buttons and see just how far he could push me until I exploded. And like a tiny, lanky version of Tiananmen Square, he would stand there defiantly in the face of danger. Despite our fights, he was still my little brother. I was still protective over him, and we talked about tons of things, bullies at school, parents, girls. That last one surprised me. Despite his Britney Spears posters, his delicate snowflake personality, and wearing our mother's shoes, he did in fact like girls. And there are photos somewhere to prove that. I gave him advice based on what I had learned over the years and the ups and downs, the good and the bad, and sometimes the bad can be the good. So for those of you who don't know me, okay, that's the wrong page. He's grown up and come a long way since then. He may be my little brother, but I've looked up for him for quite a while now. He trained hard and achieved his dreams of becoming a Marine. I'm extremely proud of him. After serving his country, he decided he wanted to serve his community by becoming a law enforcement officer, which I may or may not have helped by talking to the police chief at a gas station. After I watched him get tased about a dozen times, he was hired by TPD. He met Jackie at the academy. He didn't like her at first. She thought she was cute, but had a bit of an attitude. It's not wrong. I remember the first time he brought her, as they were just friends, to the house, as far as I got when remembering. But I remember when he brought her to the house, they were just friends, and me, him, and my sister had an entire conversation with just our eyes and facial expressions. Jackie kept looking at us and looking at him, going, "What is going on?" And he would just be like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about." And of course, the whole conversation, and then afterwards, we're like, "Yeah, totally, Jackie totally likes you." And he's like, "No, she doesn't. She's already told me that." Like, yeah, she does. After they've been together a while, and I get to know Jackie, she's a crazy woman who could definitely put Colin in his place, which I so enjoy. And I will say I was happy to be a part of his proposal, and I have never heard anyone say, "Oh, babe," so many times in my life. But I am extremely happy for y'all, extremely proud of both of y'all, and I wish nothing but for the best for y'all. Colin.